Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Danish Ali and this video about hydrosphere. A hydrosphere from Greek hydro water and sphera sphere in physical geography describes the combined mass of water found on, under and over the surface of a planet. The total mass of the Earth's hydrosphere is about 1.4 multiply 10 to power 18 and 10 to power 12 tons of this in the Earth atmosphere. The volume of 1 ton of water is approximately 1 cubic meter. Approximately 75% of the Earth's surface on area of some 361 million square kilometers and 139.5 million square miles is covered by ocean. The average salinity of the Earth's oceans is about 35 grams of salt per kilogram of seawater, 35%. Other hydrosphere. A thick hydrosphere is thought to exist around the Jovian moon Europa. The outer layer of this hydrosphere is almost entirely ice, but current models predict that there is an ocean up to 100 km in depth under depth ice. This ocean remains in a liquid form because of tidal flexing of the moon in its orbit around Jupiter. The volume of Europa's hydrosphere is 3 multiply 10 to power 18 meter cubic, 2.3 times that of Earth. It has been suggested that the Jovian moon Ganymede and the Saturnian moon Enceladus may also possess subsurface oceans. However, the ice covering is expected to be thicker on Jupiter's Ganymede than on Europa. Hydrological cycle. Insolation or energy in the form of heat and light from the sun provides the energy necessary to cause evaporation from all wet surfaces including oceans, rivers, lakes, soil and the leaves of plants. Water vapor is further released as transpiration from vegetation and from humans and other animals. Aquifer drawdown or overdrafting and the pumping of fossil water increases the total amount of water in the hydrosphere that is subject to transpiration and evaporation, thereby causing acceleration in water vapor and cloud cover, which are the primary absorbers of infrared radiation in the Earth's atmosphere. Adding water to the system has a forcing effect on the whole Earth system. An accurate estimate of which hydrological fact is yet to be quantified. What is the hydrosphere? The hydrosphere is the liquid water component of the Earth. It includes the oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. The hydrosphere covers about 70% of the surface of the Earth and is the home for many plants and animals. Hydrosphere. The hydrosphere, like the atmosphere, is always in motion. The motion of rivers and streams can be easily seen, while the motion of the water within lakes and ponds is less obvious. Some of the motion of the oceans and seas can be easily seen, while the large scale motions that move water great distances, such as between the tropics and poles or between continents, are more difficult to see. These types of motions are in the form of currents that move the warm waters in the tropics towards the poles and colder water from the polar regions towards the tropics. These currents exist on the surface of the ocean and at great depths in the ocean, up to about 4 km. Hydrosphere, the characteristics of the ocean which affects its motion or its temperature and salinity. Warm water is less dense or lighter and therefore tends to move up toward the surface, while colder water is more dense or heavier and therefore tends to sink toward the bottom. Salty water is also more dense or heavier and thus tends to sink, while fresh or less salty water is less dense or lighter and thus tends to rise toward the surface. The combination of the water's temperature and salinity determines whether it rises to the surface, sinks to the bottom, or stays at some intermediate depth. History of hydrosphere formation. There are several theories regarding the formation of the Earth's hydrosphere. This planet contains proportionally more surface water than comparable bodies in the inner solar system. Outgassing of water from the Earth's interior is not sufficient to explain the quantity of water. One hypothesis that has gained popularity among scientists is that the early Earth was subjected to a period of bombardment by comets and water-rich asteroids. Much of the water on the surface today is thought to have originated from the outer parts of the solar system, such as from objects that arrived from beyond Neptune. I hope you would like this video. Thanks for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.